So how did I create this? Using Sora. Sora is the video creation application from OpenAI, the people who make ChatGPT. In this video, I'm going to show you some things you may not have known you could do with Sora. We're actually going to go through a process of creation, and I'll show you some features, well, you just may not be aware of. First things first, let's take a look at what you can do initially with Sora. Here you can choose to work with an image from your library or upload an image or video to begin the process. Or you can just start off with your prompt, your original idea. Here are some presets you might want to explore to enhance your video idea. You have 3 choices for aspect ratio, a 16:9, or a 1:1 or 9:16, which are especially helpful if you're using these for social media. You can create different resolutions. Obviously, a larger resolution is a little slower, and of course, depending on the plan you have, will determine how high of a resolution that's available to you. How long do you want your video to be? 5, 10, 15, 20 seconds? Again, the length option is truly dependent upon your plan. Then how many versions do you want? 1, 2, or 4? I'll often go with 1, but quite often 2 is a good idea, so at least you have some variety in the beginning. And then Storyboard, which is a really cool option for creating longer videos. But let's start off making our own creature. A happy blue forest creature with a long yellow tail that has colorful wings. Let's do 4 options. That way we can select the one that we like best. So here we are. Here are our 4 options. Now let's put in photorealistic with the same prompt and see how much of a difference we get. And I'm going to move this back down to 5 seconds because that's all we really need. So our second time around, we still didn't get a photorealistic creature. Kind of like DALL-E 3, it tends to lean onto the illustrative and cartoonish side. So sometimes it's a good idea to maybe go to another platform that creates an image, such as maybe Midjourney, and then bring that image in to create a video from. Let's do exactly that. Let's upload the creature that we created over at Midjourney. Now, honestly, it's not exactly what I was hoping for, but hey, let's see what we get. Let's turn this into a square, bring it in without a prompt. It is a little more realistic, but you know, I probably would have to work more with prompting to get exactly what I wanted, or at least something that I was satisfied with. Again, when you don't give it enough information, it's just making things up. So here's our creature. It's moving a little bit. So one thing you may not have known is that you can edit the prompt. If there is no prompt, you can create a new prompt or update a prompt. In this situation, we want to make our creature fly away. Make the blue away. Okay? And we're going to do 2 versions. So here we go. Oh, no, not so good. That didn't work out so well. So this time I'm going to specifically say keep the same creature, do not morph, and have the creature fly away. Let's see if this makes a difference if the AI is listening to those directions. Okay, I'm much happier here. Little action. This one didn't fly away. However, this one I like a lot. It didn't start off with this. There we go. It didn't fly away, but it gives us something we can work with. I'm pretty happy with that version. Good thing we had a couple versions made. Now, something you may not know you could do is you can actually loop something like this. So let's do a loop. And so I think we don't want this. We want that to loop. That's what we want to loop. So it's just taking out that first part. And you can do a normal loop, a long loop, short. You can shorten the loop. You can have multiple versions. We're going to stick with 2 versions again. And this is going to go to 7 seconds. And let's do it. So the next thing you can do is loop your videos. And now it just loops over and over again. So you really don't know where it starts and where it ends. But we have our little creature. Let's look at the other version. Here's the other version. Very good. So what else can we do? We can recut if we wish. You can make adjustments with your loop if you wish. We're going to leave it where it is, but this is a good option. Another option is to convert to text. This allows you to see what the prompt is that maybe you want to use again. And it's good to have a library of prompts that you can work with. But now you can see the overall prompt, which is obviously expanded from the original prompt that we created. You can highlight it and save it somewhere else. So we can remix our loop if we want, or our video. Click on remix and you have choices: a strong remix, mild, subtle, custom. A strong will change the original video greatly. Subtle is a minor change. In other words, you want the creature to do something maybe a little bit different. A strong change could completely change the creature. Let's see what happens. Here we are, and this one is similar, but it's much different. Let's look at the other version. This one looks good. I think it flies off and comes back. There we go. So what else can we do? Another thing you can do is blend. So you can blend this video. Let's choose from our library. Let's say with this video. Here is a blending curve which allows you to make adjustments as to which parts of the videos have influence over the final creation. It is more of an art than a science based on my experience, but let's see what we get giving the majority of the influence to the first clip. Let's blend. And here we go. Here's the blend of our two clips. Let's take a look at this one. Next, let's go to Storyboard. Create a new storyboard. Let's start off, woman looking through binoculars in the forest, looking for little creatures to land on her finger. Then we'll add our little creatures. Here's one. And here we go. We have a person in the forest looking for our little friends. I wonder if we could make an adjustment, like edit the story. So let's see if this will help. So I've adjusted where I placed it, made this smaller, give it more room for the action to happen, which means there'll be a little bit of interpretation on the AI's part. Let's create. Well, this is interesting. None of them did exactly what I wanted, but it is an interesting story. It shows that they're looking for something, and there's our little friend. I like it. So what would you create, being able to remix and cut and create creatures and tell your own story with the storyboard? Let me know in the comments below. And of course, if you want to talk more AI, check us out every Monday where we are two creative guys talking AI.